So what do I think that DJI is going to come up with for the rest of 2019? I think what DJI might do next is try to come up with a smaller drone under 250 grams that's, just light, easy, portable, really simple to use.
Okay, that was a prediction I made earlier in the year as part of a video collaboration. Basically what I'm saying is I felt DJI's next move would be a drone for the mass market, one for everybody, not just the drone enthusiasts. And with the Mavic Mini, I think that's exactly what DJI has done. It's a crazy small drone that's easy to fly with simplified camera controls for shooting photos and video. So with that, let's talk about the Mavic Mini. The Mavic Mini has a 12 megapixel 1/2.3-inch CMOS sensor, 24mm f2.8 lens, maximum video resolution 2.7K at 30 frames per second, highest frame rate is 60 frames per second at 1080p, 3-axis gimbal, takeoff weight a crazy 249 grams, maximum speed of 46.8 kilometers per hour, which is 29 miles per hour, maximum distance 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles, and it has a maximum flight time of 30 minutes. Compared to the DJI Spark, the Mavic Mini handily beats it in nearly every category. It has double the video resolution, double the max frame rate, double the flight time, and double the max distance. The basic drone kit has everything you need to get started for $349 US, and the Fly More combo has extra props, extra batteries, charging hub, and a carrying case, and some other bits too for $100 more at $449 US. When rumors first started swirling about a new drone from DJI, it really got me thinking that maybe it's time to upgrade from my Spark. So I asked you guys what features would drive you to upgrade from your Spark, and you answered with 4K video, better battery life, a 3-axis gimbal, and better obstacle avoidance. Well, here's how I answered. Same size as the Spark or smaller. It needs to be tough. It needs to be at the right price point, and I really want better obstacle avoidance. I'd like to see better optics, higher bit rates, higher frame rates, and 4K should be standard on any camera going forward. A 3-axis gimbal also needs to be standard. The minimum flight time needs to be in the 20 to 30 minute range. Save 4K video and better obstacle avoidance, the Mavic Mini pretty much has everything on my checklist. However, when I first read the specs on it, I felt kind of disappointed, but why? Well, I think for starters, I wanted 4K video. Even though I'm barely using it, I just wanted it to be there. I also wanted better obstacle avoidance, yet my flying style, I'm pretty much always turning obstacle avoidance off. So yeah, I just felt really disappointed until I realized exactly what this drone is. As DJI says, it's the everyday fly cam. So even though this drone carries the Mavic label, this is not a professional drone. This is the everyday drone for everybody. It's meant to be the drone for people who would never have considered a drone in the first place. This is the drone that allows anyone to capture those awesome shots that you can only get with a drone. This is the drone where you don't have to worry about camera settings. It's a drone that you'll just fly for the sake of flying. I think the Mavic Mini, for better or for worse, has the potential to bring drone flying to the masses. So what's good about the Mavic Mini? Well, for starters, 2.7K video at 30 frames per second. 1080p video at a maximum frame rate of 60 frames per second, which is good for slow motion, and both of those are a nice upgrade from the DJI Spark. It also has a 3-axis gimbal for silky smooth shots, and 30 minutes of flight time per battery is really outstanding in such a small package. It also has basic quick shots, droney, circle, rocket, and helix, so you can get those really professional looking shots with just the touch of a button. But I think the biggest advantage of the Mavic Mini is its weight. Sub 250 grams is a big deal for someone like me living in Canada, or for people in other countries like Australia and the UK which have similar drone laws. At that weight, I don't have to register my drone, I don't have to be a certified pilot, and as long as I'm flying responsibly and not putting aircraft or people in danger, I can pretty much fly unrestricted, and that's a big deal. So what's not so great about the Mavic Mini? Well, for starters, it has no obstacle avoidance. Clearly, DJI had to cut some features in order to keep the price and weight down. But I can't help to think that if this is the drone for the masses, then the lack of collision detection could be a bit of a recipe for disaster. Also, I was surprised to see that it didn't have 4K video, but I don't think that's a deal breaker. If your intention is just to share a video with family and friends and maybe some posting to YouTube, 2.7K is actually pretty sufficient. Perhaps the biggest missing feature in my opinion is the lack of manual camera controls. You can choose your video size and your frame rate, but you have no control over ISO, shutter speed, or even white balance. The Mavic Mini is basically a flying automatic camera. You can, however, adjust exposure compensation and you can lock your exposure, so at least you have a little bit of manual override. But I think even not being able to adjust the white balance is kind of a big deal. But of course, these are just software settings, so if there was some pressure from the user community after the fact, DJI could make some changes. So who should be looking at the Mavic Mini? Well, if you don't currently own a drone and you've been itching to get started, this could be the one for you. It's small, it's easy to fly, and it's really capable, and it comes in at a very attractive price point. If you're a current Spark owner and you don't care about 4K video and you don't care about manual camera settings, but you do want a 3-axis gimbal and you do want better battery life, well, this could be one to consider. But if you're like me and you want a higher quality, more professional drone, then this is not going to be the one for you. This is an entry-level drone. It's a very capable one, but it's still entry-level. You'd probably be better off looking at something like the Mavic Air, which also could see an update before the end of the year. Well, that's it for this one, guys. I hope that helped you to understand if the Mavic Mini is the right drone for you. And please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and also let me know if you're getting one. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.